listening to News Talk 1340 WJRW. John Gonzalez, MLive.com, the Grand Rapids Press, and the Going Gonzo radio show. Weekdays at 1 o'clock. Judy is our producer. And Judy, I was looking up the Montague facts here on Wikipedia.
You looked it up.
Yeah, assuming they are correct here. Nancy Fleming
Told you.
Was Miss America
Told you.
1961.
Hey, I had all the first part facts of that. I didn't quite know the whole thing, but I knew it was something like that.
No, you had a lot of the facts.
Yeah, I know.
Also notable from Montague is Ira Flagstead. Have you heard of Ira?
I've heard of Flagstead, the last name. I went to school.
Ira played for 13 seasons in Major League Baseball in the American League and the National League, including a few years with the Detroit Tigers.
Oh.
How about that? You didn't know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
And the city is named after...
Romeo and Juliet? I don't know.
No. William Montague Ferry. Who
because we have Ferry Street. That
founded
makes sense.
the cities of Grand Haven, Ferrysburg, and also Ferry Church was built in 1874.
Yes, I do know that.
Named in honor of Noah Ferry, who died fighting the Union in the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863. So all this
there's a lot of history
Montague
there.
history.
Oh yeah,
for
just
you.
Didn't know it.
You just didn't know it. Joining us on this show right now is Richard App from the Richard App Gallery. How you doing, man?
I am doing great. How about yourself?
What's your, any other fun trivia about Montague at all?
He probably doesn't even know where it's at.
Oh, he knows.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's a sports fan.
On the other side of the river, right there, right out of Muskegon.
Oh, wow.
See? Yeah.
He does. Not a lot of people know this.
He does. It's kind of like that actually thing. It's
Yeah.
You're actually kind of smart. It's actually like a word for word in the English language, but thank you very kindly.
I didn't mean it like that.
Now, Judy, you went out to Richard's gallery for the first time. What did you think? Pretty cool, huh?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I was like kind of wandering around, but then I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to find someone to get my picture because I saw the signs right when I walked in, like outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, no one's out there, but I really want a picture. And then I was wandering around,
cool
and
just to
it's
wander
so.
around there?
Oh yeah, I love all the.
You got a lot of great things up right now, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the gallery is great, but East Hills is great. I mean, here's a little bit of a nerd fact for you because we're talking nerd facts. East Hills is actually the highest business occupancy in the state of Michigan. And I was told that last year, actually, by our former Governor Granholm.
Wow.
And that's pretty cool. When I moved into that neighborhood in 2001, there was only about 9 businesses.
Yeah, you're one of the early ones.
There's about 50 or 60 in there.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool.
Well, the reason that Judy and I were out there is, and I told you this, Richard, when I ran into you on Sunday, is that, my wife said, hey, you got to check this thing out on Facebook. Isn't that funny how these things always happen? You're on Facebook and you kind of go, what is this? And all of a sudden you find out it's a really cool project. Now, you, of course, are involved with Stella Fly as well,
sure
social media. And tell us a story. It's a campaign that is it's grassroots as you want to get, but it's also a way to celebrate Art Prize and the fact that a lot of cool people are coming to town.
Yeah, well, the whole impetus behind this was Jen Juergens, who's with the Susan G. Komen Foundation here in West Michigan, was out in Spring Lake, and she saw somebody on the side of the road, and he had a sign that said, "You are awesome." And she said, she did a triple take because she thought, wow, this is great. There's somebody actually putting out a positive message, and it just made her smile. And Laura Caprera, who's the founder of Stella Fly, and I were talking, and we thought, wow, this would be such a neat thing. So I actually made a sign myself, and it would have been a week ago Thursday. I went and stood on the corner of Division and Fulton with a "You Are Awesome" sign.
Yeah.
And I had a photographer from my gallery actually come in who was going to take some photos. And I sent one to Laura on my phone, and by the time I got back to the gallery, it had already had like 40 likes on it.
Wow.
And it was just because, it's such a unique message, I guess. I mean, it's something you don't normally see. And we decided we're going to do this flash mob. The first Friday of Art Prize, which is September 20th from 5 to 8, there are people that are going to be all over the city with a "You Are Awesome" sign. And it's the best part about it is there's really no ulterior motive. This isn't an Art Prize entry. This isn't something that we're doing to get some kind of financial gain. It's just something that we're doing that's kind of cool.
I love this premise because there's so much negative out there, and the world it's tough right now. Things happening in Syria, and internationally, and then here locally. The economy is still moving along, but people are hurting every day. And here the simple message that, despite of how bad of a day you're having, you are still pretty awesome. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right. That's what we're trying to get across. And I think there's a lot of people that are like saying, what's your angle on it? It's really, there's no angle.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Grand Rapids is that you two came out the other day we've had just an amazing amount of community support. Our mayor was one of the first people we took photos with. Diana Seeger from the Grand Rapids Community Foundation, Chris Larson from the DDA. I mean, we've got people that are just all about it. And then Sunday, I was overwhelmed. I mean, both of you, I actually came back, and both times my gallery was open, which is probably not the smartest move.
Yeah, no.
Walk through there, yeah.
But then again, we're not really open on Sundays. But it was amazing how many people actually showed up with such a short notice, and I think that's kind of indicative of what happens here in Grand Rapids. So we're pretty excited about it.
So the message is real simple. It's to, create this atmosphere, this not only online, but in this city, to bring it alive and to spread this message of you are awesome. People will be flooding the streets of Grand Rapids and getting to Grand Rapids this weekend, or the weekend of Art Prize, which starts September 18th. But that's September 20th, that Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Wouldn't it be awesome, to use the word there, if every place, everywhere you went, not just in downtown Grand Rapids, but on, different intersections on the expressway or near the expressway. I've already heard people, all over that are going to be posting these signs all over town.
We've got, if you go onto the You Are Awesome invite page or onto the Facebook page, or if you go into Stellafly, you'll see that there are people posting on a pretty regular basis where they're going to be. And we've gotten photos from other states, from other cities. Just this past weekend, a friend of mine who's in the Peace Corps sent a photo from Ethiopia, and it's in Amharic, which is the native language there. And I probably butchered the Amharic part, but somebody can correct me on that. But it's just cool to see how that's going.
Yeah.
He actually said that he emailed over 50 people, and he's going to try and get other Peace Corps to do the same thing in their native language. And it's if we can just spread this out and make it just, if we can bring a bunch of smiles, then we win.
Yeah, you definitely win, and we all do. And the city of Grand Rapids, is shed in this light, in this positive light, and not that it's needed. I was telling you on Sunday, I travel everywhere, and people always say, "Wow, you live in Grand Rapids? How cool! What a great town! You have Art Prize coming up, And I think this is just the spirit of what we're all about. And I know we got a couple minutes here, Richard. How can people get involved? You mentioned, some of the movers and shakers coming in and getting their pictures taken, the mayor and Doug Small and Dinah Seeger, but I really want to make sure you get the word out there that everyone can participate. We met some kids there that I didn't even know them. They're just some kids, Mm-hmm. A brother and sister came in and they got their picture made. I want the whole community to get involved, despite what you do and where you work at. I think it'd be cool if everyone found a way to get involved.
Well, and the beautiful thing is there's really no rules. I mean, we're making the signs that I made in my gallery are pretty rudimentary. We just use cardboard and some black paint, and they say you are awesome. I've seen people that have done them with glitter. I've seen them do them with all different kinds of substrates, and it's a very simple process. I mean, like I said, if you go to Stellafly, there's an event page on there. You can find out how to get involved, and you tell people where you are and post these photos that day, because it'd be great to see our news feed flooded with people with you are awesome signs all over, and I think it's spreading at a very nice rate. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time during Art Prize, but even before, leading up to just everyone getting behind it. And I would love to see, now that school is back starting today for most people, the schools get involved and the kids that are out there, football games on Thursday and Friday nights,
I've actually gotten word from some people from Grand Valley that they're going to be doing that at their first football game. Harrison Park Elementary, which is the largest elementary school in the Grand Rapids Public Schools, sent us a photo this morning.
Cool.
From a couple of the teachers that was a You Are Awesome sign, and it's neat to see.
Yeah.
I mean, every person that does it makes an impact. That's the best part about it.
Well, we're going to get the photos of Judy and I up on our Facebook page, facebook.com, search for GR Gonzo or The Going Gonzo Show, and then, of course, we'll take you over to Stellafly in that invite page. Richard App Gallery, thanks for your time, man. It's good seeing you.
Oh, it's twice in a couple of days.
I know.
I like it. Let's keep that up.
Do this more often. All right, take a quick little break here, and we'll do local news here in a few seconds with the WJRW News team. Then ABC News at the bottom of the hour, and then another awesome person, Emily Riquette from Riquette Media, will stop by here on The Going Gonzo Show on News Talk 1340 WJRW.